We are back on Get Up. Our next game is called Right or Wrong. Hey, Kimberly Martin.
Yes.
If I said the Eagles' defense is going to be the reason they win the Super Bowl, is that right or wrong?
Greeny, that is right. What is the biggest difference in this team besides Saquon Barkley? The fact that the defense is no longer a liability. Listen, they are physical. They make QBs. They had Jordan Love. Look, Jordan Love was just, yeah, it was not good for him. No, so this defense, what was his name? DeGene Cooper?
Cooper DeGene.
Oh, yes. No, but DeGene Cooper?
DeJean Cooper.
Yeah. DeJean. Come on now.
Yeah, I want to talk more about Jordan Love later, too. Meanwhile, Hawk, Jayden Daniels and the Commanders can upset the Lions. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah, that's wrong. The Detroit Lions are a very good football team, and I know the Commanders are going to be in my mentions, and they're great. And Jayden Daniels,
the truth.
Incredible rookie quarterback. But the Lions are an extremely talented football team on every piece of the ball, every position. And yeah, they have a bye week. You worry about Russ. But when teams play as hard as they do, I'm less worried about it.
I'm more worried about their defense, I think, than I am about rust. We'll get back to that one, too. But then, Neek, let's get to the heavyweight matchup. If I said Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are the best duo left in the playoffs, is that right or wrong?
I said wrong when you asked me, but I must have been high. I mean, I was thinking that it was Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce because of what they've accomplished, but then you started showing me clips of Derrick Henry dribbling human beings off the ground and Lamar Jackson giving people the business in open field and then dropping back in the pocket and picking them apart. Like, they don't have the hardware yet, but I think this combo is better than anyone else.
Okay, so, I mean, if anything, I'll blame the producers then because the question is not clear.
Yeah.
They're not historically the greatest duo. I mean, Mahomes and Kelce have accomplished more, but right this minute, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. But so the comment. Look,
that was good. We just go.
We wanted to just take a moment to do what everyone else is doing and say, oh, my God, what a game.
Oh, my God.
I mean, thank God we get this. Sometimes you don't get this.
Football. We're going to get some football.
Right?
So
but, like,
good.
if someone had said, like, what is it, the one thing that you have to see this postseason?
Yes.
Everyone would have said, we have to see Lamar and Josh, right?
Circle it.
We have to see that, and we get it. So thank you, football, for giving us the game that we want. Having said that, Jeffrey, you tell me, well, you don't believe it is either quarterback who is going to be the reason that the team that wins
Let me
the game.
describe this game for everybody.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Let me describe it. This ain't MVPs.
Nope.
Onslaught of physicality. That's what this game is going to be. This is as a heavyweight fight can be. The Buffalo Bills run the most 6-OL formations personnel group in the league by far. That's how James Cook's running game has turned on the way it has. You look at the Ravens, you think it's 6-0 line, but that's just Derrick Henry in the backfield. And they bring in Likely, and they have Andrews, who are full participants in the blocking, and Ricard at fullback. This thing is so nasty. And you think about the last time they played. Baltimore boat raced this team. Buffalo's going to have to do something in their front to change this. Derrick Henry averaged 10 yards a carry against, I mean, you said moi to Jayden Daniels, moi to football and the football gods for giving me this on this weekend. Because I'm just going to tell you right here, like, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better than this.
Not only that, but the most finesse player in the entire game may not play. Kmart, Zay Flowers, what?
Yeah, so today is gives us a decent indication of whether we're gonna be able to see Zay Flowers this weekend. Talking to players leading into that Ravens-Steelers game last week, the Ravens players knew Zay was not going to be available earlier in the week, right? So they understood they needed a total team effort. And we saw in that game a heavy 2 tight end sets. Lamar got the ball to everybody on the field. Now, heading into this game, John Harbaugh said we are taking a will-see approach with Zay, and he did say there is a chance he can play even if he doesn't practice. So we're a few days out from knowing Zay, but if he's on the field at least, that's a good sign. If not, we stay tuned.
All right, so let me turn to my defensive player here. If this is a matchup of strength on strength, power on power, which defense is better suited to stand up to this?
It's obviously the Ravens are a bigger, more physical, better defense against the run. The Bills, their linebackers are a bit undersized. All their linebackers that they use are 20 pounds lighter than Derrick Henry.
Right.
And Derrick Henry's a particularly big guy, but that's how the Ravens want to play. And when they do this option game, you either have to have one guy in space with Lamar, which is trouble, or you send two guys out there, and then you got one guy in the hole against Derrick Henry,
That's right.
and your biggest guys are 20 pounds lighter than him. So worst case scenario, unless your D line breaks through, he's falling forward for 4 or 5 yards. That's a tough situation to be in because you don't have anybody that perfectly matches up in either of those things. And that's why the Ravens seem unstoppable offensively, because even when you play it well, you're asking somebody to make an open field tackle against Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry. No, thank you.
Yeah, cherry on top of it is when you saw the game plan that the Ravens had last week with Lamar Jackson. That changes the entirety, because this 4-2-5 that the Bills want to play, and a lot of teams want to try to play this time.
Meaning five defensive backs on the field.
No nickel can go up against these types.
Look, I hate talking about offensive line play or blocking anybody who's connected to the line of scrimmage. But if you watch that first Bills game, those guys bullied the Bills. And not only that, when they fought through them or by some, act of God, they were faced one-on-one with Derrick Henry, nobody wanted to tackle him. So their work is cut out for them. I will say the Ravens defensively, last time it was Kyle Hamilton who was making a lot of plays in the box. He's now deep. But our Darius Washington, who is a name maybe not a lot of people know, he reminds me of Bob Sanders. He's about 5'9", strong safety, who wants all the smoke that is necessary and available in any game.
Speaking of the idea of trying to tackle Derrick Henry, it has come to my attention that our friend Chris Big Dog Canty, they were talking about this morning on Unsportsmanlike. Just listen.
Number one pick on my board, should be on everybody's board, Mike Greenberg.
He was my number two.
Greeny from Get Up. I mean,
my number two.
Who doesn't want to see Mike Greenberg? Just the sheer angst that he would have, knowing that he has to try to tackle Derrick Henry. And his objective is going to be just get run over slow, because there's no chance in hell that Mike Greenberg would have of being able to stop that freight train. So Mike Greenberg, my number one pick.
A left-off tackle play is crazy.
Derek, may I call you D? Hang on just 1 second, if you would.
I'm with you. He's going to score.
Could you, if he's running at you? So I think we've established I can't tackle Derrick Henry, and on we go. Coming up, Mike Tomlin his way through a postseason presser yesterday. We'll tell you the one reason he should want out of.
And they'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Smith escaping the pressure right. Slings this deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Hostiles in the area.
I've got you.
Enemy attack chopper. Bring it down.
Hey, sorry guys.